Now we're ready to begin our proxy workflow. Our UI has some proxy features in it. So I'm going to choose my full resolution clips that I want to turn into proxies. So I will shift click on all three of them, have them all selected in my project window and highlighted, and then I will right click on them. And I will select the proxy menu, create proxies. If you're on a Mac, I suggest you choose QuickTime and ProRes low resolution proxies. Those perform very well on most modern Macs. For where to store the proxies, that's completely up to you. I like this default setting because what it does is it creates a folder called proxies in the same folder as my original source material. So I always know where to find my proxies. And then you click OK, and you'll see that it creates some proxy jobs. And then in the background, it launches Adobe Media Encoder. And I can switch to that. And it begins processing. If I wanted to, I could continue working in Premiere Pro while the encoding goes on in the background. But since I'm working on a laptop, that will take away some of the performance from the encode job. And as you can see, it's going pretty quickly. We can wait for it to finish encoding. It's already done with 2 of the 3 clips. If I wanted to, I could see an output preview. And there we have it. Our 3 clips, our proxies have been created. So I will go back into Premiere. I always like to hit save on the project right after I've created proxies. And from within the Premiere window, all I have to do is click my button, my toggle proxies button that I had placed here just moments ago. And it'll highlight blue. And now I'm working with proxy footage. You can barely tell, but the performance is better and it's smoother. How do I know I'm working with proxies? It's pretty simple. If I right-click on any one of these clips, I can say Reveal in Finder. And it's going to open the window, and you'll see it's in a proxies folder. And if I look at it in column view, it's in a proxies folder right next to my original source media. I've created 3 proxies. Now let's go into this further. We'll look at it in list view and look at the size difference of these files. 003 is now only 14 megabytes. 006 is 26 megabytes. And 007 is 16.5 megabytes. So these are a lot smaller. And if we go back into our previous folder and look at that in list view, we will see that 003 was almost 5 gigabytes. And it's oh no, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong folder. Here in the ProRes folder, the original file, 003, was 1.88 gigabytes, 6 was 1.94, and 7 was 1.27. Now we got just a few megabytes here. It's pretty impressive how much space you can save by working with proxies. Now, a lot of larger projects, what they'll do is they will save the proxies to a different location. They will keep them online, and then they will take the disks that housed the full resolution format media offline during the editing process. So that way they're only working with the proxies. They're very small files. Editing is very fast and robust, and it's quite easy. So once we're done editing, and we can do a little bit of editing here, let's see our shots. Okay, this is where he enters the room. We'll start here. That should be our first shot. So we'll just take the first shot and move it here. The second shot would probably be this one where he's opening the box. So I'll take these, and now I'll just do some trims. Good editing rule we all know is to edit on the motion. I'll go into rolling edit, or actually ripple is where I should go. Ripple edit tool. And I'll just trim back until he starts opening the box. And so he opens the box here. And we'll take him midway through the box opening. Didn't seem to take. Okay. And then we'll go here until the box actually is in the process of opening. And that's my edit. We'll take a look at it. It's a little bit off. I can go into trim mode. He picks out a bit, walks off as he's leaving frame. I think we can go back to the other shot if we want to. Which was 006. So he's gone here, he's picked out his bit. It's in his hands just like this, pretty much matching. I'll mark an endpoint here. He walks out of the frame. And what we'll do is we will insert that shot. He picks it out, he puts it in his hand before he walks out of the frame. I will insert this shot right here. And so it goes from here, he opens it, he looks at it, he moves. We can get rid of this piece of the shot now. He's actually working with a different tool, but who the hell cares? And there we have it. We edited a little sequence. You can edit it any way you like. That's not what the... But we were working with proxy material all the way through. And if we want to go back to the full resolution, all we have to do is click this button. And if I right-click on any clip and say to reveal in Finder, it will now go to the big clip, the 1.94 gigabyte clip, as opposed to the 26 megabyte clip. And that is how to edit with proxies in Adobe Premiere.